In this video, we're going to discuss how you can solve systems of equations graphically. A system of equations is when you have two equations and you want to find what point makes both of the equations true. At that point, the graphs of the equations are going to cross. Let's say I have two lines graphed. I have a line over here and I have a line over here. The point that makes both of these equations true is the point where they cross, and that would be the solution to the system of equations. Let's say you have two equations. Let's say you have the equation y is equal to 5x plus 2 and y is equal to negative 1 over 2x minus 1, and you want to solve this system graphically. Either you could graph it by hand, you could draw a graph, and you could graph this system of equations, and you could see where they cross on your graph. Another way you could do it if you don't have to show your work is by graphing both equations on your calculator and using the intersect command in the calc menu to see where the two graphs intersect. Let's do it on the calculator. We're going to graph y is equal to 5x plus 2, and we're going to graph y is equal to negative 1 over 2x minus 1. We'll graph it in Zoom Standard. First one, and that's the second one. Now we could see on the graph that they intersect right over here, but we don't know exactly what is this point where they intersect. We could have the calculator tell us. We're going to press the second button, and notice when it's not clicked, it's in blue. So when we click on it, we're really activating the little blue words above each button. So we're going to press second trace to go into the calc menu. We're going to either scroll down to 5 or press the 5 to go to intersect. Press enter. And now the calculator is asking us what is the first curve? What is our first function? What is our first equation? And the cursor is already on it, so press enter. Now the calculator is asking us where is the second curve? What's the second function? That red one. Press enter. Now the calculator is asking us to guess where do we think it is? So we're going to scroll over somewhere over there and press enter. And the calculator calculates for us what the solution to the system of equation is, and it tells us that the point is, let's round it off, 0.54, 0.73. This would be the solution to the system of equations. That's how you do it on your calculator. An important thing to note is, let's say you have two parallel lines. Two parallel lines will never cross. So let's say you have y is equal to 2x plus 3 and y is equal to 2x minus 1. These two equations have the same slope. They both have a slope of 2, so they will never cross. Let's actually graph them to see how that looks. Y is equal to 2x plus 3 and y is equal to 2x minus 1 and zoom 6. Both of these lines keep on going on and on and on forever. They are never going to cross, therefore we say that they have no solution. And another important thing to note is, let's say you have two of the same line. Let's say you have y is equal to 2x plus 3, and let's say you have y is equal to 4 over 2x plus 6 over 2. Now, either you could reduce this and you'll see that they're the same line, or if you would graph them, you'd only see one line. Let's do that. Y is equal to 2x plus 3, and y is equal to 4 over 2x plus 6 over 2. And zoom 6. That's the first line, and that's the second line right on top of the first line. So when we have two of the same line, one on top of the other, we say that there are an infinite number of solutions, because every single point on the first line, the one that graphed in blue, is also on the one that graphed in red. So there are an infinite number of solutions. So far we've only discussed solving systems of linear equations where we have two linear equations or two lines and we want to see where those two lines intersect. On the Regent, you might also be asked to find where other functions intersect. For example, we might have a parabola and a line. A parabola like this and a line like this, and we might be asked for the solution to this system of equations. Notice that it's going to have two solutions because the line and the parabola intersect in two places, over here and over here. So whatever those two points are, that will be the solution to the system of equations. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have the parabola y is equal to x squared plus 2, and we have a line y is equal to x plus 4. In order to find where these graphs intersect, the parabola and the line, we could either graph them by hand or we could graph them on the calculator. Let's do it on the calculator. Y is equal to x squared plus 2, and y is equal to x plus 4, and we'll graph in Zoom Standard, so Zoom 6. There's the parabola and there's the line. We see that they intersect over here and over here. To find what exactly these 2 points are, we could have the calculator tell us. We're going to use the intersect command in the calc menu. Let's start with the intersection on the left. We're going to make sure that we're on the first curve, the blue curve, and press enter. We're going to make sure we're on the red curve, press enter. And we're going to go to where we think the intersection is. We're going to start with this one, press enter. And the calculator calculates for us that the first intersection is -1, 3. Now let's do the second intersection. We have to do the whole thing over. Second traced, get into the calc menu, and 5 for intersect. The first curve is this blue one that we're on. Second curve is the red one that we're on. You know which curve you're on by the color of the letters. Before the letters were blue, now the letters are red, so we know that we're on the red curve, even though it looks like we're by the intersection. So press enter. Now we want to guess, but now we want to find the other point. So we have to scroll over to the other point of intersection and press enter. And the calculator calculates for us that the other point of intersection is 2, 6. So these would be the 2 points of intersection of this parabola on this line. You might also have 2 other functions. You might have a radical function and an absolute value function, and you'll be asked to find where these 2 graphs intersect. And you would, of course, solve it the same way. On your calculator, you would use the calc menu, the intersect command in the calc menu, and you would be able to find where this intersection is.